I mean, you're obviously still deeply plugged into the startup community. I mean, are most of the startups that you see, people reinventing the wheel or building a better mousetrap, or are they just better ways of, delivering?
It hasn't changed in 20 years. It really is. You've got crazy entrepreneurial types that unfortunately think that they have created something that nobody's ever done before. Yep. Unfortunately, there's just still a ton of them out there. When if they spent 5, 10, 15 minutes on Google, they could discover that there's a bunch of different ones out there. It hasn't changed. There's a gazillion of people like that. If you've got a brand new idea and it's a wild brand new idea, please Google it. Talk to as many friends as possible. I meet people at networking events, or I used to when we were allowed to go out and meet people at networking events. And I'd say, tell me about your idea. And they'd say, I won't tell you unless you sign an NDA. And I might say, I met you 3 years ago at a networking event and you said the same thing. Yeah. How's it going? And then they tell you and you go, I can name 4 companies that are doing that right now.
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed at all. Unfortunately, in Australia, it's really hard to launch something that is a genuine unicorn. We've had some great stories like, Canva and, Atlassian. And then there's some other ones like 99 Designs and a whole bunch of, there's quite a few, but no one's going to back that type of company in Australia until it's got a fairly consistent MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue. So B2B-.io is only 14 months old, young, and we're growing by 14.6% MRR every month. Now, if we were in another country, we probably would have raised money a year ago just off the pure potential. But in Australia, you have to get to a certain level before people are going to take you a little bit more seriously. But I think that the real intelligent money, or the real intelligent startup entrepreneurial people, they are the ones that look at something that everybody else is possibly already doing, and then they just do it better. So, if I was to make this really old school, you go to the suburban shopping strip where you've got all the shops, and if one of them is a grubby old pizza shop that hasn't changed in 30 years, sounds really harsh when I say it this way.
Yeah.
You open up a better, modern, cutting-edge pizza shop 3 shops down, and you'll kill it because the first one tells you that there's demand despite selling a crap product.